I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Dean with the JoBlo Movie Network. Insidious Chapter 3 opens this week, and while we hope it's good, the third time hasn't always been a charm when it comes to movies. Having said that, let's count down our top 10 Threequels of all time. Here we go. Number 10 is a classic film and not one that people normally consider being a threequel. It's The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly from 1966. The third film in the Dollars trilogy following A Fistful of Dollars and For a Few Dollars More. The place where Clint Eastwood became an icon. Number 9 is the Bourne Ultimatum, the third film in the Bourne films based on the Robert Ludlum books. While not the last film in the series so far, it is the last one with Matt Damon as the character, not to mention many claim it is the best film in the series.
Pamela Landy.
I hear you're still looking for me.
Number 8 is Mission Impossible 3. I am speaking anecdotally here, but I felt like this movie was the best in the series at the time of its release, and barely got any attention from the audience and critics at large. The late Philip Seymour Hoffman stole every scene he was in as the villain in this film.
It's Hunt. I know it's Hunt.
Number 7 is one that didn't really live up to the two films before it, but is still a fun watch regardless. It's Die Hard with a Vengeance. There were some interesting moments and a reasonable idea for a story, but there was just something lacking in the implementation.
They knocked over the Federal Reserve!
Bruce Willis, Jeremy Irons, Samuel L. Jackson.
Congratulations! You're still alive.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother...
Depending on your age, number 6 is part of that other holy trilogy. Back to the Future Part 3 may be what most consider the weakest film in the trilogy, but it is still loved by those who consider the Robert Zemeckis films to be the best part of their generation.
This summer, Steven Spielberg and Robert Zemeckis invite you.
Come on, Barney!
To the Rough Rider, Rip Roaring, Rootin' Tootin', Straight Shootin'.
Is this a holdup? It's a science experiment!
Rousing conclusion of Back to the Future.
Let the festivities begin! Yeah!
Number 5 is a film that many people forget is the third film of its legacy, mostly because of the tone change and the ambiguous title. The film was technically known as Evil Dead 3: Army of Darkness, but was generally never marketed that way or released by that name.
Raise the drawbridge.
Look out!
Drop the Oldsmobile. From Sam Raimi,
Oh, that's gonna hurt!
director of Darkman, comes Army of Darkness. They live. They breathe. They suck. Army of Darkness.
Number 4 is one you might have heard of, Return of the Jedi, or for the extreme trivia buffs, Revenge of the Jedi as it was once known. It may be the weakest movie of the original trilogy, but it still has some of my personal favorite moments, particularly the final fight between Luke and Vader.
Freeze! Don't move!
Oh dear. I love you.
I know.
Return for the climactic chapter of the Star Wars saga.
Exciting is hardly the word I would choose.
But most of all, return for the fun of it.
Number 3 is a movie that had somewhat low expectations, but ended up being what many called a masterpiece. Toy Story 3 was announced to many groans and gripes from Pixar diehards, but ended up being one of the most beloved movies in their library of films.
Where's my nose?
Here it is.
Here's your arm.
Give me that. That's
Honey,
mine.
the mustache.
We're busting out of here.
On 3.
1.
Whoa!
To infinity
And beyond! To reset your Buzz Lightyear, insert paperclip.
Rex, use your finger.
Did you fix Buzz?
Bitácora Espacial.
Our number 1 threequel also has the longest title. It's The Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. This movie is hard to argue with being at our number 1 since it won all 11 Academy Awards it was up for, including Best Picture, the only time a fantasy film has won, and only the second time a sequel has won.
I see in your eyes the same fear that would take the heart of me. A day may come when the courage of men fails, when we forsake our friends and break all bonds of fellowship, but it is not this day.
Whatever happens, stay with me.
This day, we fight!
All you have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to you.
We shall see the Shire again.
You gave away your life's grace. I cannot protect you anymore.
Cannot achieve victory through strength of arms.
And that wraps up this week's JoBlo Top 10. What's your favorite threequel? Tell us down below in the comments. And if you like this series, remember to like, favorite, share, and subscribe. I'm Jason Dean, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.